Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sunique, and today I'd like to share a couple of decks that I've bought myself, and they're very special decks. So the first one, I'll just take it out of the plastic. It comes with a guidebook, and it's a Supra Oracle. This one here, this has got like a band that I can open. And heads up, all three decks, actually the third one actually hasn't come in yet, but when it does I'll continue this video, so I'm going to do this video in stages. But yeah, they're all from Uusi. I bought this one from Watkins in London, and it comes with a guidebook. Beautiful, it's beautifully produced, and this is the third edition. I'm going to actually try and open it from the bottom so I don't break that seal. I'm so precious, aren't I? Don't like breaking seals. So, quite slippery, these cards. It's this beautiful box. See the gold shimmer in there? Pretty as that. With these two like hands. And the cards themselves are, well, this is the back, which is just like the back of the book here. The front of the book, sorry. So carries on the same art style. It's linen. I could just see the linen there. Yeah, it's definitely linen cardstock, and they're like a off-white background, and it begins with the Seeker. Ooh, okay, so this is looking to be reversible. So we've got female and male there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, they're very slippy. Very slippy. So let's have a look at the guidebook. And to CJ, these decks have been out a while, and they are quite, for me, they are quite expensive. And so I've waited until now to actually treat myself to them. Oh, this is beautiful. This paper is stunning. It's textured. We've got two hands that are coming out of sort of a void there. Okay, contents. The plate, so the illustration, introduction, materia prima, ether, air, fire, water and earth, so the prime materials. The hidden path, nothing forgotten, silence, moon, primordial spirit, the hidden, unconscious, synchronicity, ego, psyche, animus and anima, and then we've got the secret, and then some more cards and sacred geometry. So quite a few actually, and this was released in 2019. So as I say, it's been out a while, and there's probably loads of walkthroughs of this deck. So introduction, what is an oracle deck? And then we have the prime material. I'll start with ether. So we have this full image here, which looks to be about the same size as the cards, just a tiny bit smaller. We have 3 paragraphs, and we have some keywords. So for ether, it's beginning, success, duration, generative and sublime. And then, so we've got various amounts of text for each one. So that's how it goes through there. And then we've got this beautiful gold. This is just luxurious. And then we get, so the final image is the light, the candle coming out of the void, lighting the way. That's really cool. So it is 137 pages. So that's the guidebook. I hope this isn't too shadowy. We are in the depths of winter, but they're doing the best we can. So let's have a look at the cards. These are very slippy cards, so I'm going to try my best here, and we'll just go through each one. So we have the Seeker, which again I said is reversible if you want male or female Seeker there. And we're going into prime materials, so the elements, ether, air, these beautiful engravings at the bottom, and the artist signature, I'd say down there, or their initials, sorry. Water. Love these hand positions as well. earth, fire, holding on to that fire. And of course we've got the symbols for the elements on the card as well. Unconscious, the moon, this beautiful bear under a full moon. Spirit. So these are very alchemical cards. Silence. Animus. So we'll have anima as well. Yeah, animus and anima. I might put these to one side because they're slipping all over the place, and I'll just bring them out individually. Okay, animus and animal. Oh, gorgeous. Psyche. Some Greek myth there. Conflict. Demon. Shackled here. And we have this ball pouring water here. Does a machina, God in the machine, a volcano erupting there, but it seems we're making this happen and controlling it, actually controlling this explosion. That's interesting. Okay, mysticism we have next, and we've got all these lovely mandalas in the air. Nice. Simplicity. Improbability. I just thought of, shoot for the moon. It's a saying. Potential. And we've got here white horses. When the waves are pounding in a certain way and rising with the surf, we often call the top of those waves white horses. The way they come over, they're absolutely beautiful. See it a lot here. Imagination. Yeah, it does. It sparks your imagination just following on from that card. Because obviously they are not white horses, but they do sort of remind us of white horses. And it's beautiful when the sun shines through them as well, through the water, and you get the rainbow effect. It's absolutely gorgeous. Everydayness. Yeah, actually seeing the magic in everydayness, like those white horses on the sea. Just being aware of our surroundings and just how beautiful it is. Synchronicity. We're on storm there. Manifestation. That's beautiful. I think a lot of these actually speak for themselves, don't they? Gnosis, or wisdom, or knowledge. We have the book and the eye in the sky. Threshold. Gosh, that's a powerful card. Ooh, imperfection. Natural cycle of life. Gentleness. Oh, this little bird. Stillness. This lovely calm lake. And this figure in a boat. Nice. Oracle. Another stormy image. And then we have nothing. Transformation. Reawaken. Intuition. Oh, now remember, looking at this, and there's cards that actually form a pattern together. There's 4 of them. So I've got intuition, sensations. I can't find the other 2. Ooh. There we go. Found them. Thinking and feeling. So you can put those, let's fit them on here, but you can fit those 4 together. I can't really get it all on camera, but you get the idea. So we've got thinking, feeling, intuition and sensation. So we have those senses there. Okay. Sincerity. Oh, just in a handshake. Perseverance. This tree growing out the side of a rock there towards the sun, the life-giving energy it needs. Sageness. Wisdom. Oh, no way through. There is no way through that. It's impossible to get through that. And then we've been released here, flying away. Nice. The hidden. There's a tower there. Oh, and there. Myth. Individuation. Sword in the stone. Primordial. Ego. He flew too close to the sun. Magic. Forgotten. And we've got some elemental shapes here. So we've got some sacred geometry. I wonder if it tells us in the book what they are. Let's have a look. So it begins with this one, which is called Unfathomable. So remote. And this shape they've called Phenomena. And it's about magic, action, conception, form and matter. Then we have Heavens, which is fathomless. Terra firma. The living mystery of the earth. Being. Reality. Destiny. And the final card is Self. As I said, they were out of order than they are in the book. Shall we take a look at one card and get a flavour of the guidebook? Let's just take any card. Oh, wisdom, gnosis, knowledge, radio. That's a good one to have a look at, isn't it? So this is part of the hidden path. So as you can see, it's a very, or maybe you can see, hopefully you can see without all these shadows. Oh, bring back the light. There we go. A thirst for all that has historically been. This is the desire of the Gnostic. It is the path of initiation into the dynamic structures of all being, for the knowledge of what it was, what it is, and what it could become. It is the exploration of the enigmatic and the mundane material of the world to help decipher the mystery of ourselves. And then the key words: education, furtherance, exploration, soulful, curiosity. And as I say, we do have an image on the facing page. So that was the Supra Oracle. Now let's open the one that's come today and take a look at that. So this one I bought from JP Games. And it came very quickly. And wrapped protectively. So I can slide that out. And it is the Pagan Otherworlds. After all these years, I have bought the Pagan Otherworlds. Now this is an older deck. Look at the gorgeousness of that box. Oh, that's amazing. I've only ever seen a few pictures of this deck. I've never actually watched a full walkthrough. Because I've seen a few pictures and thought, that's a bit of a strange deck, I'm not sure. But because everyone's raved about it over the years and it's continued to be a very popular deck, then that was part of my reasoning for actually deciding to invest in this deck. So just looking at the bottom of this box, it's 2016. I keep going over to this side, don't I? Printed in Taiwan by the Expert Playing Card Company in New York. This is the seal, so the same like as we had on the Super Oracle. This, oh, it's a beautiful gold. Actually, this is exquisitely made. Oh, we've got a Seeker again. Oh, and they're just as slippy as well. These cards are really slippy. Look, we've got this sort of goldish, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, my lighting's really bad today on such special decks as well. There we go. Okay. Let's have a look at the guidebook. And it's the same size as the, yeah, it's the same size as the Supra guidebook. Notes from the Other Worlds. This is, okay, so the pages aren't numbered, so I don't know how many pages. And it seems to be quite a lot thicker than the Super Oracle. So it seems we might have more information in this one. To you. Oh, that's nice. To you. (2017) this guidebook, first edition published. Then we've got the contents, introduction, the Seeker, the Majors, the Wands, Cups, Swords, Pentacles, the Lunar cards. How inventive life is. Okay. Seeker. That was that Seeker card. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same size as the card, the image in the book. Although this is a beautiful cream colour, just like the Super Oracle. So we've got someone kneeling down here, but I can't see a head. There is an ancient pagan Celtic term called thin places, used to describe places of mesmerising, elusive beauty that take us out of ourselves and alter our perception of the world around us, if only for a few blissful moments. As the ancient pagan saying goes, there are only 3 feet between heaven and earth, but in thin places, that distance is even shorter. These are spaces where we encounter the divine and meet our true selves. The Seeker card metaphorically illustrates the revelatory experience of encountering the divine and our mystical quest for knowledge. This is a spirit card that interweaves the early folkloric narratives found in the tarot with the narratives we are creating for our own lives in order to journey into our future with a sense of purpose and meaning. This card was created as a talisman representation of the Seeker, the person asking the question in a reading, you, and to whom we dedicate this tarot. Oh, that is so nice. A beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. So we've got this thin veil here. That's so cool. Pagan Otherworlds. Try and read that. Hand painted by, okay, Republic of Michigan. Oh, right, okay, so it's a background to the deck. So the major arcana, we have an image of the card, and then we have all about that card and its keywords. And then look at this enlarged. Wow. Oh, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And then at the back we've got the phases of the moon here. Yeah, the phases of the moon. So they've come at the front of the deck for some reason, even though they're at the back of the book. So look at the phases of the moon here. Gorgeous. Nice. Okay. So those are the lunar cards. And then we come on to the tarot cards themselves. And of course, starting with this form. On the edge of the cliff with his little dog. And these bells to announce his arrival. That beautiful rose. Magician. I think these are watercolour. I'm not sure. High Priestess. And she's got the triple moon here in her hand. Roses. Empress. Symbol for Venus there. This is very earthly, isn't it? Oh, gorgeous. Emperor. Hierophant. The Lovers. We've got the snake and the apple. So Adam and Eve. Chariot. And we've got two rams pulling this chariot. Strength is a bear. There's the Hermit. Snowy landscape on top of the mountain. And a Wheel of Fortune. That's different. Who's in charge there? Justice. Oh. The Hanged Man. Death. All these sort of arrows as wings. Temperance. I've got the sun there, either setting or rising. And then we've got this sort of corona as well above the angel. Let's pull down a bit. I think I've got off camera. The devil. Gosh. The Tower. Star. Moon. The sun. And we still have a baby on a horse. And Judgment. And the world. On top of the world. Okay, so this is beginning with a Pentacles suit. I thought we'll look at the suit side by side. Quick flick, I think they're quite pippish. Possibly. That might have been why I didn't buy it, because at the time when this came out, I wasn't really au fait with pip decks at all. So now I'm a bit further along my path. I think I can cope. Okay, so here are beautiful, beautiful aces. There is a little picture in the background of each. Maybe it's not as pippish as I thought. We shall see. But yeah, it's beautiful linen cardstock. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but I can actually see the linen. So the Ace of Wands, we've got this lovely landscape underneath. The cups, we have the water. Swords, we've got mountains. And then we've got all this foliage around the Ace of Pentacles. This beautiful background as well, this bluish, light bluish colour. So we've still got this sort of rough sea in the background of the Two of Pentacles. We have no figures in these cards though, but yeah, we can see the connection here. This is very Rider-Waite Smith. There's no one sat with those swords. Look at the threes. Oh well. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. 3 swords in a heart shape, but here we are. Okay, so that's very Rider-Waite Smith, isn't it, with the boats? 3 of Pentacles, so we've got the pumpkin to show this is a harvest. Yeah, that's just a typical 3 of Swords we see all the time. And then working together here, we've got 3 trees in the background there. It looks like, you know, working with the landscape to create something naturally beautiful. I totally get the rest aspect of this card here. Yeah, I get the celebration here. One cup away from the other three, so being ignored. We've got a key here on the Four of Pentacles and a treasure chest. So, let's have a look at the fives. So we've got the tents that give us a clue to this card. Rider-Waite-Smith, meaning. Yeah, I like this. So this Five of Cups, we've got those 3 cups pointing down and 2 up. So that really gives the meaning for the Five of Cups quite clearly. Let's focus on what we've still got. Five of Swords. Sort of reminds me of the Seven of Swords. The 2 swords that are away from the others. Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold. And the sixes. It's got the victory element there. Nostalgia here with this little country cottage and all the lovely little flowers there, which might be daffodils, might be nasturtiums, and my knowledge of plants is still limited, but I'm hoping to correct that. We've got the boat in the Six of Swords. A beautiful pastoral scene for the Six of Pentacles. So we've got all the symbols we normally would see in the cups, but actually they're in the air, so it does show us they're illusions. They're not real, they're daydreams. So my fear that they were a bit pippish was totally unfounded. I can read with these. So we have the swiftness here with the 8 of the... Oh, look at how low that moon is, and it's being eclipsed. That sun is being eclipsed by the moon, which we do see in the 8 of Cups, but normally right up high in the sky. Here it's right down there. 8 of Swords. Still that confinement. And then we've got this tree, this beautiful tree on the 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, building our future. And again, we've got this tree on the 9. Wow, this swan is chained here on the 9 of Swords. It's quite a sad image, isn't it? This little frog on the 9 of Cups in his element. And 9 of Wands. Still persevering. Okay, so there's the 10 with the burden of all those branches there, all those wands. Oh, this looks like a crown. It echoes the rainbow shape that we normally see. We still have the little house. Okay, 10 of Swords. Very prickly card, isn't it? And then we've got the dogs on the 10 of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at the cool cards next. The pages. The elemental aces. Knights. Oh, that's strange for a Knight of Pentacles to see so much movement. Queens. Oh, we do have the black cat. We do have the sunflower. We do have the butterfly and the upright sword. Yeah. And the kings. Wow, look at that lion. So they're actually wearing these totems. Yeah, so you can see the pagan aspect there. Right, so let's just pull a card and look at an entry. So we'll go with, let's go with the Wheel of Fortune, the major card, and see what the entry's like in the guidebook. I'll put it there because it's very slippy. So we've got a big image of the actual wheel there. And then, as I say, the black and white image of the card itself. At the top of a stone portal stands a lion, a powerful solar animal with a natural sense of authority. He is flanked on either side by a bear, an animal deeply connected to the cycles of the moon, and white elk, a spirit-like animal of prophecy. Together they stand at the portal to destiny, and above them turns the Wheel of Fortune. At its centre is a triscale. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Which is the spiral of life. Beyond the centre of the spokes of the Wheel of Fortune, fashioned in Norse sigils that reach out to the outer rim, which represents the universe. A powerful symbol that turns through the cosmos, drawing us with it, uniting us in the family of creation. Organic and inorganic mingling together, tumbling forever over and upon each other, giving birth to new worlds and new beings as the old ones disappear. Is there a cosmic order and a grand destination to this journey of life? Or are we simply momentary passengers who clumsily hang on as the wheel turns us headlong into oblivion? To plunge into this contradiction is the pleasure and torment of man. We want to be the architects of our destinies, controlling the world around us, establishing a sense of fairness and order, right and wrong. But somewhere deep inside, we know that this is just an illusion, a mechanical language that separates us from the nature language we began with. In truth, we have mostly forgotten that language, but we know the animals have not. In ancient times, we painted them on the walls of our sacred caves deep in the earth. They were our bridge to the spiritual realm. They were not creatures to be owned and used. They were our guides. And what can the animals tell us? Inside their soft, ethereal warmth lies life, dark and wild, hearts beating in a perpetual storm. We cannot control this tempest, they say. We need to ride it out. If we extend ourselves into it and become one with it, in time we will find ourselves right at its centre, right where we were supposed to be. And then the keywords: chance, destiny and karma. This is a beautiful entry, isn't it? Let's have a little look at A minor. And I've turned over the 10 of Swords. So we'll take a look at the 10 of Swords. The all too human side of ourselves snarls at us in the 10 of Swords. A thorny, poisonous weed of revenge, jealousy, hatred and fear grows and snakes its treacherous, aggressive self across the immovable latticework of swords, arranged together as a symbol of mob mentality, lawlessness and savagery. At their feet, a martyr, a misunderstood genius, or simply the victim of the underrepresented. Here we come face to face with the worst side of our beliefs, the ones that form out of ignorance and fear of those who are different from us, whose beliefs and lifestyles threaten our own. Ridding our world of this behaviour will be nothing short of a miracle, but we can make an effort to exorcise it from our own thoughts. Vive la différence. Keywords: troubled, crisis and fear. It's really interesting, this, because I'm actually reading at the moment The Witches of Vardo by Annie Bergman. And yeah, that is one powerful book if you want to read a powerful book. Okay, let's look at the Queen of Pentacles and see what the guidebook says about the lovely, lovely Queen of Pentacles. Walking barefoot through her realm, the Queen of Pentacles wears a gown of soft pink silk, covered with an elaborately woven woodland corset, a commanding ram's head as her crown, a symbol of strength and leadership. We normally associate that with the Emperor, don't we? A charitable beauty who governs with a protective and generous spirit. She delicately holds a wild rose in one hand and in the other an intricately woven medallion. Nature and humanity elegantly intertwined. At her feet sits a small black rabbit with whom she is sharing a glance. This queen has known good fortune and has guided its rewards wisely. There is a heightened sensitivity to beauty in all its forms and a steady ordering hand at work within this queen. And the keywords: generosity, prosperity and status. Okay, so that's a look at, or an exploration of, the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot and the Supra Oracle. And I am actually going not to upload this video yet. I'm going to wait for the third deck to come and then I'll have a walk through that, and this will be a super long video. But for me, a valuable one. Okay, I'm back, and the third deck has arrived from Uusi. You can probably see through here. And I'm really excited to open this one. This is Materia Prima. Oh, and it comes in a bag. The other ones didn't. Oh, that's so pretty. I think because I bought it from Uusi Direct, that's why I've got this. Let's turn it the right way around. Why I've got this actual fabric bag for the deck. Oh, gosh. Oh, Again, it's sealed and it's got a texture. It's beautiful gold. This crackle pattern. Here's the book. And what's in the bottom? Look at this. I'll zoom in here. Let's just have a look at this. It's quite dark. It says Uusi at the bottom there. And it's one of those that's reversible. It's plain back. Oh, it's so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so, oh, it's textured as well. Let's come back out. A reflection on matter. Look at this. This is so sophisticated, I think the word is. It feels sophisticated. That's the word I'm thinking. Unfortunately, that's split there. That's a shame. Yeah, anyway, it says, the world is a spiritual thing which must not be handled. So this is written by, okay, I'll try, Linnea Gitz, artwork by Peter Dunham. Beautiful. Paper's gorgeous. So here's the contents. We've got the introduction, a reflection on matter, alkaline metals, alkaline earth metals, transition metals, and some more, post-transition metals, metalloids, non-metals, halogens, noble gases, the lanthanide series, the actinide series, melancholia and transactinides, breaking of the fellowship, the transactinides. Gosh. Yeah, so there's 203 pages of entries. This is going to be a bit of a study deck, I think. And so it is. All things in life are collective. Nature is inescapably cooperative. We share with the stars, the clouds, the bees, and each other the same elements that created the complicated world we live in. This cooperative endeavour forms life and is the bewitching mystery of the periodic table, the materia prima of our unified existence. Now, I do have another deck based on the periodic table, and I'll put a link to that below. I unboxed it quite some time ago. And that actually gives us entities as the elements. Anyway, this is about science. And we have hydrogen. And we've got the periodic table in the corner there. So we have a nice big image actually of the card and then the write-up. And the write-ups are different lengths, just like in the other books. Wow. This is something amazing. Now, I never got on with chemistry at school. It bored me. It bored me senseless. Why couldn't they present it this way, you know? Melancholia. Oh, magic square. Okay, this is going to be so interesting. So this is the other deck that I've got that is about prime material. It's by Robin McFadden, the Mendelevian Oracle. And I have done a full walkthrough of this and talked about it on my channel, so I will link it below. I'll just give you a quick look at this. So, you see, we have entities for each of the elements. It's almost like one of those role-playing games. but I think it's absolutely beautiful. So they've given a key word as well for the element. So Hassium is loyalty, Boreum, wholeness, and on it goes. So yeah, beautiful deck. I really like this deck because I find it accessible. Okay, so that is a Mendeleevian oracle. And it's all 118 elements in the periodic table, reimagined as vibrantly painted fantasy creatures and given oracular meanings based on their chemistry, uses or history. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so this will be my second foray into the periodic table. Who knew? My chemistry teacher would be so proud and surprised. This is the inside of the box, which is beautiful purple colour. Backs are the same as the box. These again quite slippy on the back, but feel sort of linen-y. Is that a word? Like lining on the front. You can see, I think, possibly. So let's just go through the deck card by card. So we start with hydrogen. Helium, and everyone used to breathe in helium from a balloon and the voice would change. So I presume it's quite a light gas. Carbon, nitrogen. What a lovely way to look at these elements. We've got that signature again here. Well, it's the initials, I think. Just the same on the other decks. It's oxygen. Fluorine. Gosh. Tiger. Neon. Aluminium. Silicon. Chlorine. Calcium. Manganese. A beautiful manganese crystal. Very pink, beautiful, lovely soft energy. Selenium. Krypton. Yttrium. Can't say that word. Molybdenum. Rhodium. Palladium. Antimony. Tellurium. Xenon. Cesium. Hafnium. Osmium. Iridium. Platinum. Gold. Astatine. Lithium. Beryllium. Boron. Interesting. Sodium. Magnesium. Phosphorus. Sulfur. Argon. Potassium. Okay. Scandium. So they do have the letters as well at the bottom here. So titanium is Ti in the periodic table. Vanadium is V. chromium, iron is Fe, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gosh, gallium, germanium, arsenic. It's actually a skeleton skull there in that cage. Bromine or bromine, rubidium, strontium, zirconium, niobium, technetium, ruthenium, silver, cadmium, indium, tin. And of course Cornwall was well known for its tin mining, and we still have the remnants of the works dotted all around Cornwall. Iodine, barium, and then we're on to this lanthanide series, which looks like it's made up of lots of different elements. Tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, mercury, thallium, lead. That does feel heavy, doesn't it? Bismuth, beautiful. Polonium, radon, francium, radium, and then the actinide series. Oh gosh, Rutherfordium, dubnium, seaborgium, barium, hassium, good bat, materia prima, Uusi 2020. Meitnerium, Darmstadtium, Rowentgenium, Copernicium. Wow. Okay, so some of these I do know quite well and some I don't know at all. This is beautiful, this hydrogen. Absolutely gorgeous. I love these decks. I'm going to have so much fun playing with them and learning as I play, which is really nice, isn't it? Shall we have a look at an entry? What should we look at? Vanadium. So I've got a crystal called vanadinite, and I don't know if that's anything to do with vanadium. It's beautiful. It's like a gorgeous red crystal. And crystals are made up of some of these compounds, aren't they? So that's how I know some of the names. Oh, this is a beautiful entry. It says, oh yeah, so 23 must be the number it is in the periodic table. Vanadium is an enduring and robust character with a winning, sweet side. Named after the Norse god of beauty, love and fertility, this queen and her kingdom are abundant in natural charms. Strong and confident, this is a woman whose playful nature harmoniously coexists with a deep sense of self. This energetic and versatile character allows vanadium to move between the natural world's complexities and the human made with ease, making each far more productive through her loving attention and grace. Keywords: secure, capable, bountiful, appreciative, delightful, kind. Well, I'm so glad we landed on vanadium. This lovely, lovely energy. So I'm just looking up vanadium in the other deck just to see what it says here. So it's a little bit more in depth, I'd say, in this book. And so, yeah, it is 23. It tells us the element number, the weight, It's a solid state. It's got the Kelvin number as well, so the melting point and the boiling point. When it was first discovered, its industrial use. Some sea creatures and mushrooms use vanadium as an essential nutrient. And then we get to the interesting bit. Don't let it tear you down. Let it strengthen you up. I can only fight because I've learned to. And that's the adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Deserts. And so it says, strength is one of the most mythologized virtues. From the very beginning of humanity, our stories have been about people who were strong. Beowulf, Durga, Gilgamesh. Where there is strength, there are heroes. We look for that in ourselves as well. What can we weather? How much can we endure? As tools in the hands of our own destinies, are we strong enough to do the job we came to do? We all want to be heroes. Vanadium is that kind of hero. She's not nearly as famous as titanium or iron, but she's much, much stronger. Vanadium alloy tools, drill bits and machine parts are an absolute necessity for those who know the value of stress-resistant, heat-resistant, wear-resistant strength. In a community of makers or builders, vanadium is recognised as essential. In other company, her name is unknown, but then so is Gilgamesh. Why worry about what the ignorant think? Those who count know. By drawing vanadium, you're also drawing strength. Did you doubt your ability to get through this time? Not only will you get through it, but you will do it with a grace that could be called heroic. Your strength is legendary, unassailable, unstoppable. Perhaps not many people see what you have achieved, but those who matter will not just see, but applaud you. Your strength will inspire your tribe. That is an amazing card to pull. Let's see if I can find it in the other deck, because this is all shuffled up, I'm afraid. But let's see what the illustration is like. There we go. There's vanadium. So there's our two images of vanadium. Very, very different aesthetically, but I think I can work with these two decks together, which is what I intend to do. So yeah, let's put these away. So that was the Materia Prima, the Mendelevian Oracle, and then the other decks that I showed were also by Uusi. They were the Pagan Otherworlds and the Super Oracle with their guidebooks. So now I have all three Uusi decks that I've wanted for such a long time. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I know this is a long video, but really we've gone through 4 decks, so I think I've done okay. And until my next video, thank you so much for watching. Bye friends.